Alright, we're back for part 2, Tron, control panel overlay. Okay, so the last video we got this prepped and ready for our control panel overlay, our new one. And what I did was I took a little spray paint on the joystick area right here, just a little black, because I kind of remembered from the other two that I've done is when I put this overlay on, you can see some of this metal come through. I don't know if you can see that or not. So I wanted that to be black and not see the metal. Like I know you can here on the buttons and the spinner, but you won't see those anyway because they'll be covered by the spinner and the buttons. So now that we have this all nice and clean, wiped off, what we can do is take our control panel overlay, set it on here, get it lined up where we want it, which I want to be right about there. So what I do to hold this in place is I'll take some buttons, stick them through here, and then I'll tighten them down. And what that does is it helps me hold my CPO where I want it, keeps it from moving. And then I'll also use a little bit of painter's tape. So let me see. It's good. That's good. Okay, stick this one through. These are just some generic buttons I had laying around. So we'll use these. You can use the ones from your original control panel sometimes if they'll let you, but these ones that are on this Tron are like a deep dish, and you have to have those cups on the switches there to get it to set. So we're not going to take those apart just to do that. So I had some buttons laying around. Just use them. I always like to have spare parts laying around in case I need them. Okay, so that's going to help hold our overlay. That looks good to me. So now I'm going to take painter's tape. And what we'll do is we'll do one half at a time. So we'll start with this lower half. What I want to do is, somewhere like in the center here, we'll tape it on the edges and then tear off the protective cover. Make sure this is nice and flat. Okay. And we'll go down to here. Make sure when you do this, it's on there flat. If you get bubbles in it. Which if you get a bubble in it, that's okay. Ain't gonna be the end of the world. You know what I mean? Alright, so now I need my scissors. Yeah. Flip this over. Okay, so we're gonna remove this adhesive. This is the 3M. This is the best kind I've found. Phoenix Arcade uses this, and I just love Phoenix Arcade's overlays. They are the best quality I've found. I've ordered some from like Escape Pod and stuff, and I've had issues with them. Just the material wasn't good. It didn't stick well. It didn't take well. So I've been really happy with the Phoenix Arcade stuff. So if you can get some stuff from Phoenix Arcade, that's what I would recommend. Now they don't make enough art in my opinion, because a lot of the art they don't make a lot of the art for what you need, so you gotta go other places. So This is kind of part of the hobby. You just got to find it where you can. So what I'm doing is peeling this protective layer off. Okay. Then I'm going to stick this down. I don't know if you can see that or not. I got my back off. And I'm just going to slowly work over this edge here. I'll do it on the edge of the table. That's where I normally like to do this. And I'm not used to doing this on a table, so I'm trying to get this good for you guys. So you just kind of take your hand, work it over that edge best you can. Get it lay down with no bubbles. Work the bubbles out. And you got to go over this lip, connect it, and you want to roll this some tight. This is the one that always gives me problems because it'll start coming loose on you down the road, or it's just such a tight bend right there. It's hard for it to stay, but you know what to do. Really press it down and make sure that stays. Bubbles out. Okay, I think we're good. So now we're going to do the other side. This looks really good. So it's already looking 1,000 times better. So we'll take our buttons out. Got them on there good. Yep, I found the buttons help hold this down. Doesn't slide around on you. I've had them slide around on me before. I've probably done 30 or 40 of these. Not Tron, but other games and stuff. And I don't get too much trouble out of them. Midway games, like the MCR era games. What gives me the most trouble on control panels is Nintendo, of all things, because those bolts, when you go to take the joystick bolts out, they tend to spin on you on those Nintendos, and then you got to grab them with vice grips, and then you mess the bolt up. You got to order new bolts every time. It's just. But Midway, man, they built their stuff good. I gotta give them credit for that. I like Midway stuff. And the last one we did was a Satan's Hollow, and it's up at Scanlines Arcade in Kokomo, Indiana. My good buddy Ryan Calhoun. He's the proprietor, owner of Scanlines. And he's done a real good job at presenting what the arcade feel was back in the day. I mean, he's got quarter play set up, so it's kind of that real arcade feel, you know. And then he's got a party room in the back you can rent out by the hour, like $25 an hour. It's real cheap. Just a really good, fun, family-friendly place to go. I've got about 8 or 9 games up there right now. Having games up there allows me to, I don't do it for the money. I do it so I can have more games, because my basement will only hold so many games. Like, I can only get 25 games down here. And it allows me to have more games that I can store there, and people get to enjoy them like they were intended. So, take your hand and slowly work this down. Get all the bubbles out. Okay, went on there pretty good. So now we're going to do this fold here. This is probably the worst part. Yeah, getting these fold overs is probably the worst part for me. Because you want to kind of, when you're rolling over this lip, you want it to be as tight as you can. If you get a bubble in that lip right there, it's not coming out. You really gotta work it. Got a little bubble there, it's not too bad. I think I just got it out. Slowly work it down. Okay. But yeah, Phoenix Arcade makes the best artwork out there, in my opinion. I'm sure there's other good ones. Just had good luck with them. So, thankful for them. And I think they're out of Crown Point, Indiana, I think, which is just down the road from me. A couple hours anyway. And, you know, they make good stuff. So I like ordering local and supporting guys who make good stuff. Okay. There we go. It's on. Look at that, no bubbles. Alright. Now we're going to start putting this thing back together. So we're going to grab joystick, spinner assembly. Now, I want to tell you, I like to take and clean like the buttons and just parts. And what I do is I'll take like Dawn dish soap and a toothbrush, and I'll just get the sink full and just go through and scrub everything, get them all clean before I put them back on. Because this game's about 41 or 2 years old, so it's got a lot of old dirt and grime on it. So this sticker will go here. I guess we can go ahead and do that. Peel the back off this. It's always fun trying to get this centered. Just get as close as you can. Always really press it down so it adheres. There we go. Looks way better than that red one, don't it? Kind of matches the artwork now. Alright, so we'll set that aside until we're ready for the spinner. Okay, so spinner is this side, up, and twist it. Okay. Go ahead and get this folded up. Alright, so this is going to go like so. Probably should clean this a little better. That's alright. There we go. Normally I would pull all this apart and clean it better, but time. Not much time today, so. But it's going to be good enough for who it's for, which is me, obviously. Okay, so the top's here. This is set on here like that. And then we can put the nuts on here. 4 bolts held this thing on. Kind of a scary thing when you're doing this for the first time. I remember my first control panel overlay. I was a little nervous. But it's like anything in life. Whether you're riding a bike, playing baseball, or anything, you do it enough, you just get used to it. And these nuts in here. All right, come on. Not a whole lot of room. I probably should have took that board off, but oh well. We'll figure it out. There we go. Alright, let's get this tightened down. Yeah, just, as you do these and you learn, you get a little bit more confident and start figuring this stuff out. Take plenty of pictures, mark things, like if you're removing a connector or something, you mark them with a Sharpie, put a tag on them. You just know how things go back together. Sometimes you take things apart and you're like, oh, how do these go back together when you're trying to put them back? So it's good to label and mark. Okay, so this goes through here. So, check this side. How's that look? Pretty good. Okay. Now, nuts on here. These leaf switches here on the joystick, I noticed a couple of them are out of adjustment. So some are more gapped than, I think 2 of them look really good, and then the other 2 look a little too far gapped. So I'll go through here with a, you can use needle nose, or I've got a switch adjuster. I've done enough repair on pinball games to know that I needed a switch adjuster, so I got one. But you can use needle nose or whatever you got. Make do, That's on there. Let's double check. So this is the top. Okay. So now we're going to put player 1 and 2 buttons in. Start with, remember we marked the bases so we know where they go, so that way when we go to start a game we're not hitting the wrong one. So we got player 2, P2, P1, remember that? So let's go ahead and put our player 2 in right here. It's going to set like that, and these have a little notch they drop into. There we go. Yeah, half the fun of this hobby is just working on this stuff for me. A lot of people don't like working on it, which I get. It could be stressful, but for me, I like it, I like a puzzle. When I was a kid, I used to build puzzles with my grandparents, and I used to enjoy the, trying to figure out where the pieces go. And if you look at it like a puzzle, it's not so bad. Plus, if you get lost somewhere along the way, there's plenty of people out there that have pictures or these games. So you can ask for help too. I've gotten help before, like go on KLOV, plenty of pictures on there, a lot of people on there, resources, arcade classics like on Facebook, plenty of resources out there. People can help you. I've had it where I forgot how things go, or I bought games that were missing pieces, and I've had people help me by sending pictures of their games. And it's such an awesome community. People love helping each other out, and for the most part. Anyway, And it, you know, I've helped other people too along the way. Okay, so we got our 1 and 2 joystick and spinner all metal. So now we're going to put our spinner in where that sets. Of course, that ain't going in all the way. Let me loosen some of these Allen keys. There we go. Okay. Can't remember. Our little Allen wrench here. We'll tighten these little screws so this don't fall out. Okay. Let's see how this spins, because I know there's some adjustments on these. I'm happy with that. You always want to look too, there's like that little spinner wheel in there. You want to make sure that ain't hitting that sensor in there on that board. I don't know if you can see that or not. See that little metal thing spinning right in here? Just kind of keep an eye on that. A little dirty there. Okay, so the spinner's on, I'm happy with it. And put our joystick back together here. Grab my new joystick case. New screws. Okay. All right. Oh, it comes with two different. Why did it come with two of these? Weird. They look the same. Maybe they actually put two in there. I don't know. Okay, so that's okay. I remember these. You have to thread. It was a pain in the ass, which it didn't come with those. So I'm glad I saved those. Where are they at? All right, y'all. I don't know why it didn't come with new. Anyway, I remember this was a pain in the ass because, excuse my language too, because you have to like thread these in. It sucks. Right, so I thought I was going to break it or something. Yeah, see, it sounds like it's going to break. Oh my gosh, please don't break. A lot of this stuff's made overseas, and I don't know how good the quality really is. Questionable. I've had some stuff where it just falls apart. So hopefully this doesn't do that. I don't know if you can see that or not. Trying not to break anything. You gotta apply a little pressure here. Remember, you're threading this in. It doesn't come pre-threaded. I wish it did. Please don't break. Okay, still loose. That one's good. There we go. All right. Now we can put our switch in there, which goes wrong. And when you're putting this back in, you want to kind of keep an eye here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but this switch, you want to make sure it's not in contact when you put this in, because if it's contacting, it's closed, it means it's firing. So what you want to do is, okay, that one's got a little gap, so that's good, and you just want to press it and see if it connects. Yep. What you could do is take a multimeter with diode check, put them on each lead, and then press that and see if it's working. But I'm pretty confident that that's going to work, so especially since the game is already working. So we'll just put this back together. We're good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. For this, we'll go, I'll show you. Let's see, back here. I think it goes like that, maybe. we'll go ahead and put this side on. Should have got my screws out first, huh? My teeth. So I'll put our screws in over. Oh. So how did you guys get into this hobby? You guys want to comment down below? I'd love to hear how you guys got your start, or how you guys found the bug, as I like to call it. Bug bit me long ago, got me in this. So I always like to hear other people's stories. It's gonna look really good. Yeah, when the black light hits this blue and all these colors, it's just really gonna pop. Can't wait to see it. Kind of makes it all worth it in the end, you know. All the hard work. Elbow grease, you know. Alright, let's see. So there's that side. Just want to press it together. Make sure your switch still works, which it does. Okay. You kind of see the cord through there. If I like that. I don't remember that being like that. But you about have to have it there, otherwise it's going to get in that switch. I think. If I could put it up here. Like that. That's better. Hopefully it doesn't get in that switch. If it does, I could always take it out. Fix it. Yeah, it really helps being able to fix your own stuff, I'll tell you. If you had to pay someone to do this, you would be broke. Unless you just got gobs of money you can throw around, which I don't. Definitely do not. Blue collar guy. Come on, get in there. Throw it in. There we go. Okay. Maybe I need to loosen this a little. Put a little wiggle room here. By doing that, I'll let this move around. So loosen this other side so I can put this in there. Hopefully I didn't strip it. Probably. Done some dumb shit before my day. It's probably gonna be one. That one's gonna fight me, I can tell. We'll get it in there. If I gotta run a tap in there, re-drill it. Hopefully not. We're about to find out. Damn. I definitely cross-threaded that. Nature's Loctite, as I like to call it. Make sure you guys are getting those in there straight, unlike me here. This one ain't gonna fight me. This one's gonna go right in. Yeah, my hand's getting weak now. Don't want to over tighten these either, because you can crack this blue casing. Just want to snug them. Just like that. So when it's so tight, it's hard to tell if it's tight or not. Get this other side tight and see how it feels. Yeah, I think it needs to set in there a little deeper. Yeah, not quite in there. That one's in. Try this one. There we go. And all done. Sure is a beaut. Alright. Tron control panel video complete. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button down there at the bottom of the page. Help me out. If not, it's okay. If somebody gets some use out of this video and maybe learned something or got something from it, that's all that matters. So anyway, happy gaming everybody. Thanks for watching. Peace out.